There's also blue earrings that I want to wear. I never really rock a lot of color when it comes to earrings, but something about this collection when it launched with Olivia Hayward, it was just really, really stunning. And I was like, ooh, royal blue would be so pretty. Let's get this little piece back and we'll put her back down later. I cannot wait for this. By the way, I just primed with Fenty primer. I love this primer. This is the soft silk. Was this worth it? It was 100% worth it. It is by far my favorite. I'm gonna use some things that I don't always use, and I really don't think they were worth the purchase. So let's get into it. And I want to remind you, this is not to say that I dislike these products. This is really just, was it worth it? That's all I can say out of my mouth. Was it worth it? And honestly, I don't use these on a regular basis when I do my makeup. Like, they just come in handy. It's nice to have, but I don't use them. Like, there are other things that I have in my makeup and skincare regimen to prep my skin or to wear my makeup or whatever that I would grab before this, if that makes sense. So I didn't return it, so apparently I enjoy it enough to keep it, but I think it's like, it's a reserve. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, so I did my face primer. Now I'm gonna go in with the Glossier. So this is the Future Dew. To be honest with you, I do enjoy this product. But again, I don't want to repeat myself the whole video, but I feel like I naturally will. I'm like, will I repeat myself? I probably will. It gives the dewiness that I enjoy, but it's not a winter like type of product for me. Even though like you would think, because I like to be hydrated, I loved this during the summer. Like, loved it. But like right now I'm like, I'm not wearing it like that. Do you know what I mean? And I definitely don't grab it every week. Like, it's definitely something that it can just like chill there. Like, I'm not trying to grab it every week, but that's one. And I'm gonna do my whole face with this makeup routine, so it's not to say any of these are bad. It's just not my first preference. Okay, so that was that one. Yes, it gave a little dewiness. Love that life. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I don't use this all the time either, but it has so many amazing benefits, but it doesn't give me the coverage I want. I'm a coverage type girl. If I'm gonna do a full face of makeup, I want coverage, but there's always those times where I'm like, it's fine. I don't need much, and this is what I do need. And when I'm talking like summer, I needed this during the summer. You know what I mean? Like, I needed some sunscreen. I wanted a little bit of CC cream, but it just didn't give me enough. It also is so dark on my skin. Like, look at that color. It is definitely summertime color. But hey, I'm gonna pull it off for this video today. We're gonna give it a go, even though it is definitely giving bronze honey on my fair skin right now. Yeah, and it has like, it has almost like a fragrancy type smell to it, which is interesting. So it must be the sunscreen to it, but it's a great product. Again, wonderful benefits. I'm just not grabbing it first. If I'm gonna do light face, especially right now, winter, like this is not what I'm grabbing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but we got coverage. We have coverage. We have Oompa Loompa in the building. Yep, she's oompling. She's oompling, honey. All right, we're gonna pat those lids. I don't know why. I feel like, I'm like, if I'm gonna be pasty, honey, get them lids tan. So that's what we just did. All right, so that's good. Are we blended? Maybe. All right, I do want this to look good. Like, I'm trying to do stuff today. Okay. I'm not trying to be like, what did I just do? Let me go wash my face. Okay, so that is together. So we love it. Do we love that? I think I need to take it down my chest. All right, so that's super cool. The next thing was it worth it? So I just will have to say, this one I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't love, okay, so this is by IT Cosmetics as well. So I don't love the little spongy thing on the end. I don't actually use it. I feel like this is pulling a lot of dark because of my skin. Let me get some light in here. Did that help? Did that help? I don't know. So I'm not using that end. I'm not using the brush. So if I would have purchased it for like, oh, a dual end, I'm not purchasing it for that, you know? Could I have picked another foundation, another concealer that matches my skin tone and me actually enjoy it? Yeah. This is not one that I'm saying that I'm going to go buy again. So was it worth it? I'm like, I don't know. It really wasn't to me. Neither of those products that I just showed you are worth it. It's not that they're bad. There's just other things that I prefer. So I am going to take this one and I am going to give myself like a little more coverage, just a little bit, and let that just kind of do its thing naturally. And then I'm just going to use my blender and blend it out. My battery is dying. Okay, now that that's on, I got that these are the little baby hairs that have grown back. Isn't that amazing, of like the hair fallout that I had? I'm like, yes, it's working. Okay, so now we're gonna blend in that concealer that was like skin tone, and we wanna just make sure everything's like an even complexion. We're gonna add some definition in just a few minutes and do a little bit to the brows, all that stuff. So yeah, I just would have to say the reason I got it is because, one, I was just curious. I wanted to know like how well did it work, and I needed a concealer at the time that matched my complexion. Do you know what I mean? Like I needed that. But I'm not gonna run out of this and go buy that again. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll get another one. So yeah, we got all that blended in. So that's good. Okay, do we love that? Cool. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna use in this whole like makeup tutorial piece are these two products. I'm gonna pick these both up just so, because I'm gonna use them in two different ways. But this is from Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay Blurring Powder Foundation is what it says. So it really was magical, but I have not used it but once, maybe twice. But it was so magical that it impressed me so much, and I really did want, again, in the summer, you know, there's always times of the season that you purchase things, but in the middle of summer I was like, oh my gosh, like I really just want a powder that can give me coverage and not do a liquid base, because when you're so hot you don't really want to do a bunch of liquids. So I am going to play around with that. But also right here, the Charlotte Tilbury, if I can get this open. I always have a hard time getting that case open. But this is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish. This one, same. I don't go for it. I go for more of my translucent, like looser powders, which I can set more as a, you know, as a press. Like I'm just not that, I'm not that stuck on it. So I am going to just set what I just did. Actually I'm not, because I do need a little bit of a lighter foundation, concealer. Even though I did that other one, I do need just I just need a tiny bit. I don't need much. I just need a little bit of like lightness, that's it. And we're gonna blend that out, and then I'll end up going in and like setting everything. But I have to like brighten under these eyes. Everything starts to look the same. It's not okay to me. It's not okay. Did you see that? Just brightens it up a little bit. But both of those products that I just showed you, again, I really don't reach for those. They're not my #1 reach. They're not a repurchase for me. I'm just not gonna go get them again. But they're also like, I'm not that stuck on returning them either. Do you know what I mean? Like they come in handy when they come in handy. So I think that also happens when you get products. So it's really hard to say. They're not a return product. Do you know what I mean? But they're just definitely not one that you grab first. So we're gonna take this guy right here, and we're gonna go in with a little brush, nothing too big. This one is too big for that area. Not really sure where my little one is. Not really sure. Maybe this one is the one I typically use, but I'm gonna go in right here. I don't want to go in with a sponge. I really don't. I just want to set it with a brush, because I don't want it to be too cakey. And sometimes if I go in with a pressed and then like a sponge or whatever, it can end up being like a little bit too much for me in that area. So it is getting powder on the brush, if you are wondering. It actually is setting it really nice. So I'm gonna do that. So that set it, right? That did a good job. And then I am gonna go in with the Tarte now with a little bit of this blurring foundation, and I'm just gonna go around everywhere else on my face that I just feel probably needs a little bit more coverage, because you know I did that CC cream. So again, it's not heavy coverage, and now that I've done those two things, it's actually cooled down like my face, so I don't have as much happening as far as like I'm too dark. So that's good. All right, so yeah, definitely I would not go back to get those. I'm just like, when they're done, they're done. They did what they needed to do. My next thing is the Fenty Beauty contouring stick. I actually have not been grabbing this as much, and I use this a lot, like a lot. And this was my, oh, got on my nail. This was my go-to for a long time, for months, almost over a year. But then I found a new one that I'm into, but I'm gonna do just a little bit of contour right here like I typically do, because I really do need that structure. Like, I made an M right there. I didn't even mean to do that for my baby Maddox. And so I just want to make sure. I know I just did powder on my face, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, you just did powder, why are you doing this cream? But honestly, it kind of works for me sometimes. So it just depends on what mood I'm in, and I'm in the mood to break some rules today, guys. All right, so we're gonna go in with the blender. And again, I've told y'all this a few times, but I like to take the side of my black blender and press it in. I pinch it, and then I press it, and you see how well that just like goes right in. So it's a great product. I just don't think I'm gonna buy it again. Like, I really don't foresee myself buying it again. For one, it probably is not gonna run out for me for a long time. So if I did go get it again, like, it's probably gonna be a minute, and by then I'll probably change my mind. So if you see me talking about it again or re-buying it, then you realize what's up. But yeah, I have just found that this one, it moves really well. Like, I am very impressed by the wearability. Like, it's not to say these products are not good. They're very, very good. But I'm just like, I'm not gonna probably put my coins there again. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather test something else out and see how it does. But yeah, it wears really well. Like, can you see? Like, it blends good. Like, that is very, like, oh my gosh, it really impresses me. And the shade of this is mocha. Oh gosh, are y'all wondering, like, what are the colors of this? So the CC cream that I just put on, blowing my mind. I really think it was like stamped in that, like, you know, like ink or whatever. I think it was called like medium something. Whoa, I'm shook. Okay, and then this that I'm putting on right now, the contouring stick from Fenty, is mocha. And then I did the Fenty concealer. Actually, that's not on the list. I just did it because I love it. It's $150. Okay, so anyways, ignore, but those are the colors that I just did. And then the other ones, oh yeah, and this one right here, the Amazonian Clay Blurring Powder Foundation is 27S Light Medium Sand. 27S Light Medium Sand. I don't know about you, but I love screenshotting stuff sometimes. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm watching it right now, screenshot. You know what I mean? And I'll go back and look at my screenshots. But I want to make it really easy for you. If you are in my description, always check out the description. But it has a link to my Shop My, and then all the products are linked there too, and you can even watch the videos from there. So easy. All right, so that is great. Do you see how well that blends though? Like, it blends really, really well. So it's a beautiful product. I'm just like, I mean, it's doing it. It's definitely doing it. Like a little bit under the lip. So that's really good. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do is the cheek color. This is also a Fenty. I feel like I'm like really talking weird, like a lisp today. I don't know what's happening. But this is a Fenty product. It's a cream, and this is called Summertime Wine Cheeks Out. And I won't go back and purchase this because there's some other ones that I have really found cream cheeks that I love. I love the color. I love the color. It blends really well. I put it on literally with my blender. I just kind of wipe my blender back and forth, and then I just pop it here, and it's very like mauve-y, and I'm a mauve girl. Like, I am a mauve girl, true and true. And so that's always what I'm drawn to. And so it's like very mauvey. It's really pretty. And so the color is really pretty, but I just feel like it's gonna last a long time. And it's not one that I'm like, oh yeah, give me that color. Do you know what I mean? Like there's other ones that I reach for, but this is really gorgeous. What do we think? Like so cute. So I do love that. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna use, this is a very weird product for me because I was going through a phase of wanting to try something different with my brows, but I have to honestly be open and honest with myself. I don't have the fluffy brows. Did I used to have them? Yes, but do our brows change? They do, you know? And so anyways, I got the gel, which was from Anastasia, Beverly Hills right here. Anastasia. But anyways, this is the Brow Freeze. So I got that. I've low-key almost returned it, but I'm like, there's gonna come a time where I'm really gonna want it for something. Maybe not like an everyday look, but like for an event, you know, themed out makeup or whatever. And then I also got from that brand as well, and I love her colors, like shadow, but also from her, I got the soft brown. This is the Brow Dip Pomade. And I've always heard wonderful things about this, but also because of my brows, that's why I think makeup is such a cool thing. Everybody has a preference and everybody uses different things for various reasons. And so anyways, I purchased this thinking, of course, I'm gonna use it. I need to wipe that out. I had red in it. But I have not used it like that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, it's fine, you know? I'm like, but I'm gonna keep it. Like, I'm so committed, I'm gonna keep it. And I've just not dug back into the product at all. It just doesn't, it creates more of like this drawn on brow for me than I want, than I prefer. Like I just prefer more of like looking almost natural. Even though I know I've got my brows microbladed, so you're probably like, interesting. But microblading does make them look natural, so, okay, side note. But yeah, this, like, it just, I've barely scraped, y'all. I've barely scraped. So we're gonna give it a little scrapey scrape today. And you know what, actually, this is how I think you're supposed to do it. This is what's so funny to me. So I'm gonna take the Brow Freeze, and I can't do my brows up, but I am gonna just like put them in place so they're hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, put them in place, pull them up a little bit, not out of control, but just a little bit. And I think there's plenty on there. Like, I barely dip it. It gets a lot of product on there. And we're just gonna do it just like so. Because I don't want them standing straight up. That's just not how my brows look their best. So that is good. Now I'm just gonna let them dry. And then I'm gonna draw them in. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Y'all, it's just like, what? Can you see? Like, it gets them like really precise, but like I have no hair in some of these inner parts, you know? So anyways, we're gonna play with it. We're gonna let that set. We're gonna let it 100% dry first, and then we're gonna go in with the other. So that's definitely a product that I'm like, meh, I wouldn't be buying again, but I think it's also gonna last me a long time. So like, yeah, it is what it is, you know? Is what it is. I didn't get any eyeshadow out for this one, so because I thought like what I would do was I would do a little bit of like cheeky cheek color on my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with Benefit, and this right here, the color is, where is the color? Oh, there it goes. It's Pomegranate Rose Blush. I actually really love this color a lot, but I feel like I can find this color in other brands. So I'm like, I don't really think I'm gonna purchase this one again. Like, you know, it gave me the same type of effect that this gave me, that cheek. But I am gonna go in because I think it's very versatile, and I just wanted to show you guys that you can literally just use this cheek color and do it on your eyelids as a shadow with a good blending brush. It's movable, you know, and I just went back and forth with it like a little arch. Take it down the lids, right in this area. And it just gave a little shadow effect. Like, it's nice. And I just, back and forth. I didn't even prime my eyes or do anything. because there's honestly not a primer that I have that I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. I would never get it again. All the ones that I do use, I would buy over and over again. This right here, is that not so epic and easy? And then you can do the same thing like under your eye with it. Finish up under your eye. Just so good. So anyways, I don't think I would buy this particular case again necessarily, but I don't know, maybe I would. It is very cool. I do like it. I do like it. I like it. I probably would. I probably would. But look at that. Like, you can use that cheek color as shadow and have a really pretty seamless look. I'm a fan. Okay, I'm just gonna pat around the eyes. Make sure nothing fell. Okay, so I think these are dry. They still feel wet. Are they supposed to be that wet? I don't even know. Okay, we're gonna get into that later. I'm not trying to jack my brows up today. All right, so was this worth it? So funny enough, and we're gonna talk about lashes right now. So this feels like a weight, you guys. This is so heavy. So this is from Too Faced, and it's called Foreplay. Anyways, and it's better than you know what. You know, I'm always saying that on my channel. But anyways, this is an eye primer. And so, I'm not sure. I would never probably buy this again. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about a black primer. Because the first time I used this, you guys, I used it as a mascara. And it was funny because you were in the comments and you were like, girl, that's not a mascara. That is an eye primer. And I was like, shut up. No, it's not. And I was looking online. I was like, it is actually an eye primer. So it fooled me, but as they're said, it really helps. So it definitely lengthens the eye, but I'm just not like, and I guess if my lashes were really, really thin, you know what I mean? Thin and short, I would be really into doing a lot of eye primers. But I really, honestly, I could skip an eye primer and be okay, like a lash primer, I mean. But yeah, I don't know if I would buy this again. I'm not really feeling it, but it is really cool. Like, I love it. But that's the hardest part about doing videos that I'm like giving you my honest review about, because it's not like it's not good. It's just like, is it something that I would get again? And that's why I titled this, was it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, and now we're gonna do the Fenty mascara. Girl, I'm not buying this again. Now, I can 100% tell you, I have told my friends I am so disappointed in this mascara, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I do a mascara, I do not at all, shape or form, want to have any transfer period the end. This transfers. So I can only imagine if you have more oily skin and oily eyelids, this is not the one for you. And maybe it's just my skin, but I'm just not sure because I have very, very dry skin. But I was out one day and I remember getting back in my car a few hours later, and I had already been talking to like a lot of people that day. And I got back in and I had mascara all over my eyelids. I did not have mascara on my eyelids pre-leaving the house after doing my makeup. But that day I did. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It's been hours. And no, first of all, nobody told me. Girls, y'all have got to be honest with each other. If you have something and see somebody with something in their tooth, tell them. Because it might embarrass them in the moment, but they're going to be grateful. Because they're going to get home or they're going to get in the car and be like, oh my gosh, somebody did not tell me. Like, are you freaking kidding me? They let me talk to them and I had like something in my tooth or whatever. Like, I'd rather you tell me. And this also clumps a little bit. I'm just not digging it. So anyways, I do have another video that talks about all my favorite things I would buy over and over and over again. So in that video, honey, I'll tell you the product. Okay. So anyways, that is that. I mean, it's cute and she's here, but it's just not gonna stay for me, okay? It's not. All right, let's touch these brows. They still feel wet. That one feels hard. Okay, I think it's just taking a minute. We're just gonna give it time. What are some other products that I was like not doing it? I don't think there was a lip. Oh my gosh, there is a lip product. Let me find it. I'm not doing it. I'm not buying it again. Okay, so from Huda Beauty, y'all, I can't even put this on today because it's gonna clash, but I cannot tell you enough. I don't think it's really the lipstick. I think it's the color. Look at this. And funny enough, y'all voted that you loved it. I'm like, what happened? Why? I did, hang on. I did like a pink lips or something. And I was like, which one? And y'all voted this one. By the way, I gotta take the blue earrings off with this. I just think it's a lot happening. Maybe I can leave this on. Maybe this is like an interesting color palette today. I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, I don't think it's the formula for me. It's the color for me. And it's in my makeup case. I have not felt led to return it. I have felt very led to keep it. And it's called Baby Doll. And when I picked it out, it was like, I needed a pink. Like, I really wanted a pink. And it's very pretty. It's just not an everyday for me. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's get the brows on. And honestly, that's gonna conclude this video, y'all. Okay, brows it is. So let's dip it here into the pomade. What color is this? Oh, I did tell you it's soft brown. Okay, I gotta figure this out, y'all. This is too much. Oh, shenanigans. I think this is gonna, okay, this is making me nervous. We're just gonna like do a little tattooing stamp action. I don't know. Do I like it? It's just very like sensitive. I think that's what throws me off. It's like any wrong move, then you've jacked it up. Do you know what I'm saying? And that brow freeze is very clumpy. I am like, wow, like you are clumping, honey. Doing too much. Yeah, that's, first of all, I made that very boxy. I gotta fix that, but it is really doing the most. And I've got, yeah, this is why. This is why I'm like, nope, I cannot commit to you. I can't give you my attention because you're just doing the most. It just doesn't, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna breathe during this whole process. This is probably why I don't do videos like this, because I'm like, why? I don't even enjoy the application of the product. Why am I gonna torture you with watching me do something that I actually don't enjoy putting on? You let me know in the comments if you enjoy videos like this, because if you do, then I will be very like intentional about like, huh, maybe I should keep these products for a minute without returning them first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Yeah, because this right here is just not, it just seems like too much effort just went in to like do that. And I think pomade was like very in a while ago. I can't do it. I can't do it. And maybe it'll come back to me one day. But can you see that right there? It just made them seem very boxy. And honestly, I'm like, I think I'm just gonna have to like rub it a little bit more. Like, I don't even know what's happening right here. I don't even know. Oh. It's just a lot. I don't like it. Okay, cool. So that's a wrap, see, on today's video, you guys. That is a wrap. I am gonna actually take some of this foundation powder And I'm gonna dust, that's where that brush was. I knew there was a smaller one. And I'm just going to dust it on my chest. Just a little dusty dust. Just to give me a little bit more coverage right here. Because that CC cream was a little deep. Love that for us. Okay, well, this was a very interesting video and I really hope that you loved it. I'm not really sure how helpful this was to you, but hey, you know what? Maybe you'll know when you go back to the store and you're trying to get stuff, you're like, you know what, maybe I'll just get it and give it a test go and then just like return it or something. I don't know, but I just want to help you out before you spend your money on it. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure what this hair is doing today, but we're just like, we're letting it be. So that's it. That's it, you guys. Yay. Thanks for being here. I really actually thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'm actually keeping this whole face on all day. I'm not taking it off. I might change the earrings and the lip color though, but other than that, do you see the wearability? Like, it actually did come together. So you can work with things that you're not in love with, but why use something that you're not in love with? I want you to be in love with your product. All right, well, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I am so excited that you are here. Drop me a comment below on if you actually enjoyed this video and if you want me to make more of these and you're into this, but I'm excited. Make sure you follow me on all my social handles. Everything is below. Shop my, and I will see you in the next upload. Toodles! I don't know about you, but if you're into this, please tell me, okay? Because I can definitely give you some more content like this, but you know, I always want to know what you think. I have another video for you coming up right now. Thank you for watching and supporting, and I'll see you in the next upload.